Have you ever walked past a woman and thought, what is it about her? She's not necessarily wearing the most expensive outfit. She's not covered in designer logos. She's not even trying to be noticed. But something about her stops you. Something about the way she carries herself, the way she moves, the way she looks. It all just feels intentional. That's not luck. That's not genetics. And it is definitely not a coincidence. Elegant women, the ones who walk into a room and make it feel like the temperature shifted, they have a ritual, a quiet, private, disciplined ritual that happens before anyone else ever sees them, before the front door opens, before the elevator, before the world. And today, we're going inside that ritual. Because the truth is, elegance doesn't begin when you step outside. It begins in the moments before you do. These are the 7 things elegant women do before leaving the house. And by the end of this video, you will never get ready the same way again. Number 1, they decide who they are that day. Before a single piece of clothing is touched, before the mirror is even looked at, the elegant woman makes a decision. She asks herself one quiet, powerful question. Who am I today? Not in a dramatic way, not in a philosophical crisis kind of way, but in a very grounded, intentional way. Because elegance is never accidental, and the women who consistently look and feel their best understand something that most people skip completely. Getting dressed is a form of self-definition. Think about it. You've had those days where you grabbed whatever was closest, threw it on, and walked out. And how did you feel? Slightly off, like you were wearing someone else's mood, like the day had already started without you. Now think about the days when you woke up, took a breath, thought about where you were going and who you'd be around, and dressed for that, deliberately, purposefully, even if it was a simple day. Those days feel different. You move differently. You sit differently, you speak differently. Research in psychology actually confirms this. It's called enclothed cognition, the idea that the clothes we wear directly influence our psychological state. When we dress with intention, we perform better, feel more confident, and present ourselves more powerfully. Elegant women don't need a study to tell them this. They already know it. It's embedded in their routine. So before she opens the wardrobe, she pauses. She thinks. She considers, is today soft and feminine, structured and authoritative, relaxed but refined? And then everything she chooses flows from that. The color, the silhouette, the fabric, the energy. This is why elegant women always look cohesive, because the outfit isn't a collection of random pieces. It's a statement with one clear voice. Number 2, they perform the mirror check. But not the one you think. Every woman looks in the mirror before leaving the house, but there is a very specific way elegant women use that mirror, and it is not what most of us do. Most of us look in the mirror and immediately start scanning for problems, the things we don't like, the things we want to hide, the things that aren't quite right. And we fix those things, sure, but we leave the house carrying that mental list of everything we felt was wrong with us. Elegant women do something entirely different. They look at themselves as a whole. They step back, literally, physically step back from the mirror, and they look at the full picture, not the individual pieces, the whole image. They ask, does this look intentional? Does this look finished? Does this look like me? And then they make adjustments, but not from a place of insecurity, from a place of editorial precision. Like a fashion director looking at a photo before it goes to print. Is the hem hitting the right point on the leg? Is the collar laying flat? Are the proportions balanced? Meaning, is a voluminous top balanced by a sleeker bottom, or a full skirt balanced by something fitted on top? These are details that most people never think about consciously, but that everyone registers subconsciously. When something is off proportion, the human eye feels it, even if the brain can't name it. Elegant women also pay attention to something most people skip entirely: the back view. They turn around. They look, because everyone else will. A beautiful blazer with the tag sticking out, a dress with a zipper that's slightly undone, a trouser waistband that's folded funny in the back. These are the small things that quietly undermine an otherwise polished look. Elegant women catch these before the world does. And then, this is the part I love most. Before they step away from the mirror, they soften. They relax their face. They let go of whatever tension has built up in the getting ready process. Because a beautiful outfit worn with a tight jaw and tense shoulders reads completely differently than the same outfit worn with ease. Elegance is relaxed. It is never strained. Number 3. They tend to exactly 3 things on their face. The elegance world is very clear on one thing. A complicated makeup look is almost never the most elegant one. And this doesn't mean minimal makeup is always better. It means purposeful makeup is always better. There is a difference. Before leaving the house, elegant women have identified their 3 non-negotiables. The 3 things that, when done, make them feel complete, polished, and themselves. For some women, that is a groomed brow, a tinted moisturizer, and a nude lip. For others, it's a flawless base, mascara, and a soft blush placed high on the cheekbone. For others still, it's a bold red lip, clean skin, and nothing else. The number isn't the point. The intentionality is. What elegant women don't do is add things aimlessly. They don't layer product after product out of habit or anxiety. Every step has a reason. Every product is earning its place. There's also something to be said about skincare as the foundation of elegant beauty. The women who always look luminous and polished, it's almost never about the makeup. It's about what's underneath. Hydrated, cared for skin that glows quietly rather than being covered up aggressively. Before leaving the house, an elegant woman also does one final thing with her face. She looks at herself in natural light, if at all possible. Bathroom lighting is notoriously deceptive. What looks perfect under artificial light can look very different in daylight. Elegant women know this, and they do a final check near a window before stepping outside into the world. And one more thing, fragrance. Fragrance is the invisible accessory that elegant women never skip. It is applied before leaving the house, always. Not in the elevator, not in the car. At home, with intention, in the right places. Wrists, the base of the throat, behind the ears, sometimes in the hair. Fragrance is the last layer of an elegant woman's presentation, and it is never, ever an afterthought. Number 4. They handle their hair like a signature. Here is something I want you to think about. The most elegant women in history, Audrey Hepburn, Grace Kelly, Jacqueline Kennedy, were not known for complicated hair. They were known for signature hair. Hair that was always consistent, always groomed, always an expression of who they were. Elegant women understand that hair is one of the most powerful visual signals a person can send. Before anything else, the eye goes to the face, and the hair frames the face. It sets the entire tone of an appearance. Before leaving the house, an elegant woman does not just brush her hair and hope for the best. She makes a decision about her hair, the same way she makes a decision about her outfit. She considers where she's going, what the weather is doing, and how she wants to be perceived. And then she executes a finished look. A finished hair look does not mean a complicated one. A sleek low bun is finished. A smooth blowout is finished. Even a simple ponytail can be finished, but it requires the right placement, a clean hairline, and no flyaways standing at attention. The difference between finished and unfinished hair is simply this: intentionality. Did you mean for it to look that way, or did it just happen? Elegant women's hair always looks like they meant it. They also pay attention to something most people underestimate: the nape of the neck and the hairline at the edges. These small areas, when smooth and tended to, give an incredible sense of polish. When neglected, they quietly unravel an otherwise beautiful look. A small amount of finishing product, a fine-tooth comb, or a soft toothbrush for the edges, a moment of attention. This is all it takes, and the difference it makes is remarkable. Number 5, they do a complete outfit audit, including the shoes. Let's talk about a mistake that even stylish women make more often than they'd like to admit. The outfit is beautiful, the makeup is done, the hair is finished, and then she looks down, and the shoes are wrong. Not wrong in an obvious way, not mismatched in color necessarily, but wrong in energy. Heavy where the outfit is light, casual where the outfit is refined, tired and scuffed when everything else is fresh and cared for. Elegant women treat shoes as a non-negotiable extension of the outfit, not an afterthought. And before leaving the house, they perform what I'd call a full outfit audit. They look at the complete look, head to toe, and they ask whether every single element is pulling in the same direction. The shoes set the tone of an outfit from the ground up, literally. A midi dress worn with clean, pointed-toe flats reads entirely differently than the same dress worn with a worn-out sneaker. One says, "I am composed and thoughtful." The other says, "I ran out of time." Elegant women also check their shoes for something most people don't think about in the morning rush: cleanliness. Are the soles clean? Is the leather scuffed? Are the heels worn down? Scuffed shoes are one of the quickest ways to quietly communicate that the details don't matter, even when everything else is impeccable. And while we're at it, the handbag receives the same scrutiny. The bag is not just a functional item. It is a style statement that travels with you all day. Elegant women ensure their bag is structured, clean, and appropriate for the occasion. A beautiful outfit with a stuffed, overflowing, broken-handled bag tells a story that no elegant woman wants to tell. The complete outfit audit takes 2 minutes. The results last all day. Number 6, they practice the way they'll move before they walk out. This one might surprise you, but it is perhaps the most quietly powerful item on this list. Elegant women think about how they're going to move in what they're wearing before they move in it publicly. This sounds unusual until you understand the logic. And the logic is simple. There is nothing elegant about discomfort that's visible. There is nothing graceful about constantly pulling at a hemline, adjusting a strap, or walking awkwardly in shoes that weren't properly broken in. Elegant women take a moment at home to walk, to sit, to reach, to move naturally in whatever they're wearing. Not for long, just enough to confirm that the outfit functions beautifully, not just looks beautiful in a still frame. A skirt might look exquisite standing up and be impossible to sit in gracefully. A blouse might look fitted and refined in front of the mirror and gap at the buttons when you move. Shoes might look perfect and feel like instruments of slow suffering after 20 minutes. Elegant women don't discover these things in public, in front of other people, with no way to fix them. They discover them at home, where they can change, adjust, or make a decision. There's also something else that happens in this moment that is less practical and more psychological. When a woman walks through her own home with intention, not hurrying, not shuffling, but moving with awareness, she is rehearsing elegance. She is warming up for the performance of being herself in the world. Posture improves, pace slows, presence expands. Athletes warm up before competition. Musicians warm up before a performance. Elegant women warm up before the world. It is not vanity, it is preparation, and it is one of the most underrated habits of truly graceful women. Number 7, they leave in stillness, never in chaos. The final thing, and perhaps the most important of all, an elegant woman never, and I mean never, leaves her home in chaos. She does not rush out the door with things falling out of her bag. She does not stand in the doorway with her keys between her teeth, trying to put on her coat while answering a text message. She does not look back at a bedroom that looks like a storm moved through it and feel good about it. She leaves in stillness. This is not about perfection. This is about pace. Elegant women build enough time into their morning that they can leave calmly. They do not create the conditions for last-minute panic. They have things ready the night before. The bag packed, the outfit decided, the shoes by the door. They have a routine that flows rather than scrambles. And before she opens the front door, an elegant woman does one final thing that ties everything together. She pauses. Not for long, just a breath. A moment of stillness before the day fully begins. She makes sure her bag contains what it needs to contain. She makes sure she has everything. She takes one last look, not obsessively, but with quiet confidence. And then she opens the door from a place of calm, not from a place of frantic, breathless rushing. Because the way a woman arrives communicates everything. If you arrive flustered, people feel it. If you arrive composed, people feel that too. And the shift between those two states happens not in the elevator or the parking lot. It happens at home, in the final moments before you leave. The world sees you from the outside, but you experience yourself from the inside. And when that inside experience is calm, grounded, and intentional, it radiates outward in a way no outfit, no perfume, no hairstyle can manufacture. This is the quiet secret of elegant women. It's not what they wear. It's the state they're in when they wear it.
Here's what I want you to take away from this. Elegance is not a privilege for a certain type of woman. It is not reserved for those with more money, more time, or some innate gift that some people are born with and others aren't. It is a practice, a daily, private, quiet practice. It is the decision made before the wardrobe is opened. It is the mirror check that looks at the whole picture. It is the 3 things on the face that are done with purpose. It is the hair that is treated as a signature. It is the outfit audit that remembers the shoes. It is the moment spent moving before moving publicly. And it is the stillness in which she finally steps out into the world. 7 things. That's all. Not 7 expensive things, not 7 complicated things, 7 intentional things. And the women who do them consistently, they are the ones who make a room shift when they walk in. They are the ones people think about long after they've left. They are the ones who seem effortlessly to have something the rest of the world is quietly searching for. Now, you know what it is. If this video gave you something to think about, something to take with you the next time you're getting ready, I'd love it if you'd share it with someone who would appreciate it too. And if you're new here, this is the kind of content we explore every week. Subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Because next time, we're going even deeper. And trust me, you'll want to be here for it.